be able to see us and our special guest who's already in the building. So just go to Radio Gen KE and check us out. And also we are live on Facebook, Radio Generation Kenya on Facebook. Utatupata hapo live and direct. And then also on terrestrial and all these other platforms. We are still streaming on X. So there's nowhere where you can't find us, especially now that we're going to switch off all the music and just have honest to God conversations.
Yeah. I mean, there are very different ways, various ways you can decide to enjoy this particular product. Chagua ni lako. If you want to see the shirt Emmanuel amevaa hapo, you can just go on our YouTube channel mazee, uende umwambie venye hiyo shirt inaweza. Hard collar ulisema. Sema utaki mchezo you guys.
Utaki hard collar.
Sasa matai unazitoa siku gani?
Pole my guy. Yeah, slow. I don't think tie nitakuwa napiga maybe once a week.
Yeah.
But the other days I'll be playing around with my scarf nini.
Yeah. And if you want to see our guest before I introduce him, also you can go to YouTube. Remember, our website is also another place. Facebook, X, wherever penye utamu utatupata. And without further ado, I think I should introduce our very esteemed guest.
Let's go.
So our guest today is none other than Ken Beda, a true multi-hyphenate entrepreneur based in Voi. Ken moves comfortably across worlds most people keep separate. He's a hospitality entrepreneur behind Vakani Resort and Angolo Lounge, creating experiences right in the heart of the Savo region. Beyond that, he's deeply rooted in fitness, stand-up comedy, advertising, and audiovisual production. With nearly a decade of experience in branding and creative strategy, Ken has worked on campaigns for major global brands while also building homegrown ventures that put Voi on the map as a destination for leisure, creativity, and culture. Whether he's producing content, shaping brands, hosting comedy, or building spaces, or just doing a bit of jiu-jitsu there in Voi, Ken represents a new generation of Kenyan entrepreneurs doing it all and doing it boldly. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and help me welcome the one, the only Ken Beda.
Any ChatGPT ama?
No, any premium.
No, that is just
ile free yezi andika. Any plus.
Ken Beda maze karibu sana.
Thank you for the wonderful.
You guys, good to be with you hapa on this studio. Tumetoka mbali sana na wewe kwa hizi maneno ya kuongea on various platforms ama?
In fact, I have to commend you guys, man. This is a very professional setup you guys have gotten here now. From where we've come from the breakfast banter days where we were utilizing the Twitter spaces to this, congrats guys.
Maze, thank God, Maze. I remember I used to wake up at 6:55. I've got 4 missed calls from Ken Beda. I have to clear my throat because you don't want to show that you're just waking up. Check it. Check it. What's up? No, you guys. I'm awake. Towards the show. So you guys, Maze. No, but those were fun times.
Very.
Karibu Nairobi. When did you land, Maze, in the big city?
Nimeingia Wednesday night. Yeah, just came here for a few things.
Oh, okay.
And I rushed back to the village.
All right. Are you on holiday of sorts?
Yeah. I'm in preparations for a matrimonial union.
Yeah. Exclusive.
Matrimonial union. Uni ChatGPT.
So you're preparing yourself to make the big leap.
Yes, man. It's about that time.
How does it feel, my guy?
It feels predestined, man. This is ordained by the Most High.
Yeah, you guys. Shout out to the Most High, you guys. How long have you been engaged right now?
Yes, we're going on a couple of months. I think 3 months now. Yeah.
So ulipata watu, because niliona ulipost somewhere. I think you posted online, you and your partner. Ulipata ma message za watu wanalia, Matthias.
No, those
Jackie, why would you be marrying? You didn't get touched?
No, those were long blocked, Maze. I don't look back, Nikki, move forward, Maze.
Straight ahead, you guys.
Yes, man.
Yeah. I saw your YouTube channel is doing really well.
Thanks, Maze. At Ken Beda, for those wondering.
Yeah, Ken Beda. He's there's a very viral video you did about this writing thing.
Yeah.
Let me just break it down, kidogo.
Yeah, I saw this documentary on BBC of some lecturers. Actually, one of them was Kenyan, to be funny. But it was of some lecturers astonished at how Kenyans are writing these assignments, university assignments for Oxford students in the UK. And the exclamation was, kwani how talented are these Kenyans? The observation I made was, these are just regular Kenyans doing this. I think what has fallen are Oxford standards. And I think some people saw it like some sort of sneak diss
Oh, okay.
to Kenyans.
Why they were reacting in the comments?
Yeah. They were saying, why are you downplaying Kenyan talent? But I'm saying this is something any Kenyan can do. I've seen many Kenyans do this of different economic status. So instead of building up this idea that Kenyans are super talented, which we are, but I don't think there's anything special about those guys writing those articles. I think what has fallen are the standards at Oxford.
You guys, did you ever do your gig writing?
Yeah, mbaya
Academic
sana.
writing? Ulipiga?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was polite, you get, because mi niko nafanya za engineering.
Oh, okay.
I think I was being paid like a G a page.
You're working for like an agent?
I was working for there's a girl in my class back then who had an account.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it works. You buy an account, and then when you have an account, you get people to do the assignments. So she was sort of my boss. So yeah, angelipwa for the full thing, and then she distributes the work.
Ulipiga for how long?
Inakwanga na seasons, so kuna hizo time where they have the test and nini, like 3-4 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that stuff?
No, but I've seen many of. I've gotten opportunities to do it.
Yeah?
But, I mean, you see, it's a normal Kenyan doing it. So my point is proven, man.
A regular Joe.
Just a regular schmo.
So maybe that means the exams are not so hard then.
Yeah. I think, but it's evident online. If you see sentiment of teachers and lecturers, global educational standards are falling, I think.
Why? Because of wokeism?
I think so, yeah.
I'm just squeezing it.
No, but that is what is attributed to. Yeah, it's attributed to that most of the time. Yeah.
The reason I brought in wokeism is yesterday I was watching some senator. I don't know if you came across that clip. There was a senator in the States talking to some lady. That lady is a doctor, allegedly.
Yeah.
So this guy is asking her, can a man get pregnant? And then this chick is just, you guys, some assaulting, goose-stepping, you guys. I was like, what do you call it in general about this? Si ujibu tu swali. So, and this is someone who's gone to school. Right, I'm sure very well educated and stuff. But now, I don't know if now education is being bent such that facts are now, you can bend a fact and it just becomes something else.
Yeah, I think it shows this identity politics. Yani, when you identify with something so much that you end up denying reality for the sake of the identity.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's what we are seeing. Yeah. How are we debating biology, honestly?
Yeah.
I saw this other interview. I don't know if it was on Vice TV, but this lady was claiming there is no genetic difference between black people and white people. And when it's evident on our skin, this is it's something you can see with your eyes, but we are forced to almost change the fabric of reality
because of how someone
language.
feels.
Yes,
you don't want to offend somebody. Like Bashir, you're the one who tells me about the Elon Musk story about misgendering and chat GPT. Is it you told me that story?
Not, I don't.
So chat, I think maybe I saw it on Joe Rogan or something.
No, but it's nice that you attribute clever things to me.
Yeah, man.
Turns out it's not just a regular.
So Ati, chat GPT was asked, would you allow nuclear holocaust or assign somebody the right gender? I'm massacring.
They're wrong, like misgender someone.
Yes.
Or like nuke them.
Yeah. So I think this other one, ChatGPT kamwa, we all gonna die.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. So I feel like that is what now you're talking about like now putting the facts aside and just going with some I'm not gonna offend anyone.
Yeah, which is pretty much the essence of my YouTube page. And I try to bring people back to this idea of natural laws. As much as we have gravity that we can see, we have force equals mass times acceleration. All these are natural laws, but they are physical. But they are also natural laws that affect our psyches, affect our emotions, affect our mental states that we ignore for the most part because they can't be measured. And we've been driven to a world where we only acknowledge what we can measure.
But what do you think going forward? Do you think that's the way people are going to be thinking for the next maybe decade or two?
What, the walkway?
Yeah.
I think people are getting tired of it. Even the reaction from that video you mentioned with the doctor, everyone is like, we're done with this. And it's only the people who are stuck in that mindset where they have to ignore reality to stick to their identity. But the rest, people are tired for the most part. I know I am.
And then people are just living there. People just want to live their regular lives.
Yeah. And then it can be dangerous, I kind of feel like when you start like adding ideologies to certain things that are like facts. Like I remember when Trump was shot, and then there was like one of the security, like it was a lady and she fumbled, and like there was the whole issue of DEI about like you can just
I remember
have someone at a certain position because just to have a representative or something, like
to
you
fill
just
a quote.
you just put merit outside the window, and they just decide to include people because they have to be included in, even if they are not qualified. Even if there's a better person qualified for that job, but like some sort of representation, and it has like real life consequences.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm seeing some of this, even local corporates. There's a big corporate which I can't mention because it's 6 million kulipa for your defamation. So I think they've been bought out by some foreigners. Like that company was really, I think wokeism and your story a day ilikuwa imeingia huko ndani sana hivi. So maybe guys are getting tired. They sell it and you go and live your life. And now the guys who buy it just run it normally, like a normal biashara. Like you, when you're hiring guys for your place, I'm sure you don't hire because you hire someone who can do the job. Like that should be the common sense way. But nowadays the common sense way seems not to be common sense anymore.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I have hired women just for the sake of balance because we're in the service industry.
Okay, no, that's still fine.
Yeah,
but I'm sure they're qualified women.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That aside, we've started on a very
people have tuned out.
We started on a very nini note, you guy. But that aside, Voi kuko vipi, my guy?
Voi kumetulia. We just got our first chicken in hapo maze. No nap maze.
You guy, that town is becoming a big city.
Now we have Java cafe inakuja. Now we're feeling at least part of the industrialized world.
Did it qualify to have these places?
Some DEI.
I think there's a reason wamezieka right by the Mombasa Nairobi highway.
But also it's a good break when you're driving down. You just stop over there and grab some coffee and stuff like that. Are there many expatriates moving back to Voi?
Oh yeah,
on the ground.
Actually, there was an event this December called the Afri Love Fest, which I was really doubting whether it's going to be successful, but it turned out there were people coming from all parts of Kenya, many expatriates, and they filled the event.
What was happening there?
It was like a festival kind of thing, but family friendly. So you can come with your kids, and it was a multiple day festival.
Okay.
So we're seeing people be courageous enough to try stuff like that in Voi, which is it makes me very optimistic.
But I'm sure like you're in the hospitality business and all that. Like I'm sure there's this narrative of, even we've talked about it, like Voi like is like like it's like Nax. Like I always make fun. I'm like, Nax is only a city because you need a place to pee on your way to LD. Like it's so like. You have to sort of change that narrative of Voi being a place people are relaxing on their way to like you need to change that narrative to like Voi is actually a destination. Like have you had that problem of changing that mindset?
Well, like most stereotypes, there's some truth to that. Yeah. And Voi, I can't compare Voi to Nakuru. We are a much smaller town. Even if you count the environs, that's Mwatate, Wundanyi, Bura, even Taveta, I doubt we even clock 400,000 people. So it's a small town, but I think people are slowly looking at it as a destination, especially people my age, a destination to start their families there, because it's a small town. There are many opportunities there when it comes to business. So there are a couple of friends I've made who have made the same move I had. I have from Nairobi to
but also Voi
cities
has a
to
lot
Voi.
of, when I was there with you, we went to some park, like you guys are in like, is it Savo?
yeah
Like there's a lot of things that someone can do in Voi. I feel like that is another thing. Your mindset here, Mombasa too, is the only place you can go, is sort of like Voi is also like a destination. Like you can go and do stuff. You can go and visit this place.
In fact, there's a lobby to turn the Taita Taveta County to rename it to Savo County. Yeah, so that people identify the Savo game parks with Voi.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen like this, like talking about living in quiet small towns? On the internet, there's a lot of people doing this homestead, orchard, in quotes, quiet life. And it's really shikaing, man. I think guys who are watching, because many guys watch these channels, there's an anchor for that she calls Sue. Anita?
Sue.
Sue. Yeah.
The one who cooks for the husband.
Yeah, the one who cooks for You've seen that chick?
Yeah.
So she has this house she's built somewhere. I think guys did research, maybe Coco Kambani somewhere. She's built a mud house, and when you see from the comments, guys are like, I love this life, I want this life. But now there's the question of desiring that life and making the steps towards you achieving such a lifestyle when you're younger. I feel like that's the difference between the doers and the guys who just desire. But the desirers are many.
And it's not only Kenyans, by the way. Like, this is a global phenomenon happening. I'm seeing in America people starting communes where they band with either relatives or friends. They buy some land and they build their own infrastructure there, and it's all self-sustainable. Yeah.
Have you seen that place called Orania? The place in South Africa.
Or the white
Orania.
The white only.
Yeah, white only. Also, the labor is also white. They don't hire laborers. So they build, and they're actually doing really, really well. They've built a community. They have a bank. They have their own water services. So it has reached a place where even the government has noticed. And the blacks are wondering what is happening. Why are they doing this thing on our land? So yeah, I guess everyone desires that quiet life.
Yeah, I think people are getting disillusioned by this city life that we've been sold until this point. Yeah, many people are looking for something simpler, something less cluttered, somewhere you can have some peace of mind. And, boredom is synonymous with peace. So you might look at a place like, I don't know if I'll be entertained there, but... For me, that it works, because of the peace and the quiet.
And there are many guys probably who haven't heard your story. What made you make the big leap into moving into a small town?
Many factors were considered. Well, for one, there was the disillusionment of the corporate lifestyle. I worked in a advertising agency here in Nairobi for a couple of years. Rose up the ranks, moved to a smaller agency where they gave me exactly what I asked for, but I didn't have my own time.
Oh, they gave you the money you wanted?
Yeah. But I didn't have my own time. I remember my parents had to come see me at the office when they were visiting Nairobi. They couldn't catch me at home because I was literally a slave.
Crazy guy.
And
did you find it weird at the time?
At the time, I was weird. No, it was expected. But the thing that made me consider coming back was now my parents were starting that hotel where I work now. Okay. And they were consistently asking me to join them because they needed someone they could trust to run that place. And they didn't want to hire just some random person when their son is qualified and can do the job. So they were literally lobbying for years, asking me to come. But it wasn't until I made some good chunk of change. That's when I was like, okay, I think I can come and start my own thing there.
All right. So you were saving up?
Yeah.
So how was it initially? I know you've told me the story. I'm asking you these questions for the sake of the msikilizaji.
Yeah.
Initially, was it hard to adapt?
Yeah, I would say so. I didn't make any friends for the first 4 or so years, just because it's a small town. I didn't find any people with similar interests. That's actually why I started stand-up comedy and joined you guys. Part of the reason. Another reason why I started it was, until that point, I was primarily working behind computer. Even if I had a team, it was like a team of 2 or something like that. But there I found myself with that staff, a team of like 35 people, and I had to command them with my word, and I had no public speaking skills. So that's also part of the reason why I joined stand-up comedy. But I met you wonderful fellows, and the rest is history.
You guys, would you live, because these guys have a mega ranch in Keep Karen.
Really?
We don't.
This guy sold us alive. We don't. This guy told me he came from Squala, man.
I'm an average Joe.
Taking me hapa ndio squala.
Liona hiyo podcast bana. So jamaa
That guy lied.
waliniomba do, kumbe akona maranches bana. Kuna acres.
That guy lied. Hakuna 60 acres.
But also maybe you had the advantage of having something to transition to.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. I have to credit my parents for that. Yeah. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have made that move.
I think maybe to make the move, it's a bit harder because you have to build up your own thing that you're transitioning to do.
Yeah.
My sister moved to Kitale many years ago. In fact, my dad was still around when she moved. And I remember my dad was like, my dad was mourning. Like, where has she gone? Because he was worried she's far off, so he can't interact with her as much. I remember him telling me, hey, let's do something so that she can come back to Nairobi. So she went, and she's done quite a bit. She's built a very nice digs with a very nice compound, bought a moti. Like, she's killing it in Kitale, you guy. So me mazecho yangu hatajasimama, you guy. So there's definitely an advantage to living out there.
Yeah.
If you're smart though.
Yeah, and also, okay, for me, I had that desire to build solid familial ties. I don't think we practice that as Africans in this new age. We've really broken the extended family. At least I've seen in my family, we've really broken those extended family ties that we once held sacred. So me, I had a very intense desire to rekindle that, because my sisters were different places. Me, my parents, I wasn't seeing them. I went to uni in Malaysia, but I came back and it was like I never came back, because I never saw them. So I also had that desire to build something I can fight for, something I have a stake in, and I didn't have a stake in. I remember asking in the agency I was in if I could buy shares. And they were like, not for employees, only management. I was like,
for real? Yo, that is.
I was like,
wild.
I need something to anchor me, so that I can feel some form of ownership and commit myself fully to this movement we are doing here. But when I saw that, kumbe kuna challenges kama hizi, I decided I'm not going to stress myself for strangers. If I'm going, I might as well do it with my family. Because and it's not easy, by the running a business with family. But
for real,
yeah. But we've made it work, and our connections, our relationships have grown massively because of that struggle we've gone through together.
Damn, that's like, other than that, you say that you started now working with people, like from working from a computer. Like how is it like working with employees? Every time anyone talks about owning a business, the employees stealing from you, nini, like how hard is it to build trust in like a stranger?
It's intense. It's difficult, especially now in the village. These are people who I don't want to disparage anyone, but they don't have the best economic situation, or financial situation. So the way they maneuver around trust is different. It's based on what can I get now. So if you're running a business with people like that, it has to start with you. You can't expect your staff to be trustworthy when you're doing stuff like
Cutting corners.
Yeah, cutting corners. Yeah, they will learn from you and do it better than you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the MO I operate with over there. It has to start with the leadership. Yeah.
Bwana Ositu is in the building, but you guys are listening to us online. Quite a number of people are here. George Rifle is in the building. Asema dope show kama kawa. Ray 6 says Zige 1074 Rumuruti tuko locked. YT90 anasema the much quoted Ken Beda by Kisiangani in the house. Mi piga stories zako sana you guys. Dennis Mutela anasema leo nimechelewa, poleni manzige. Karibu sana our guy from Busia. Ositu is saying it's all about good vibes, but he also has a question for you, Ken. He's saying from gym to mic to set, how does Ken Beda switch gears between fitness, comedy, hospitality, and audiovisual production? Isn't that tiresome? He's asking.
I don't think there's a gear to switch. For me, I aggressively attack my weaknesses. I don't wait for them to fester. So like stand-up comedy was weakness in public speaking.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu, for example, starting the Combat Kenya gym.
There's a weakness with trusting employees.
Not just employees, my patron.
Taking my employee out to morning. Take it.
Take it here, we can't cut corners.
No, but there's some truth to that, Yani, because literally I'm more skilled with self-defense than the askaris there. Yeah, so there's some situations where the askaris sit back and let me handle it.
Oh, for real.
Now with the skill, but before I in fact with the lounge, with the night lounge, after COVID, I had to fire everyone because of the lack of business. So when the curfews were lifted, I was the one behind the bar. I was a cashier. I was a bouncer. And dealing with drunkards, yani it's a different ball game when you're the one in there with operating with them. So that also, I didn't like the insecurity I felt not being able to withhold someone without causing harm to them or them causing harm to anyone else. So that also prompted me pursuing self-defense and eventually jiu-jitsu. So for me, it's not about switching gears. It's more about if I see a weakness, I aggressively attack it.
So even with the YouTube channel, is there an area you're trying to improve at?
Yeah, I'm basically trying to solidify this new moral code or ethic that I'm building for myself in my 30s. So I remember back in the day when we were doing the Breakfast Banter show, many conversations ended up at us talking about morality and how we maneuver through these obstacles. And I remember preaching against stuff like self-deprecating humor or lying or advocating for just being a good person for the sake of being good. So this is just an extension of that same trajectory for me. Yeah.
How did you get on this? How did you solidify this journey? Because there was a time you even called me, I think it was a private convo, but you said there are some things even you've dropped. Do you feel like you're just getting older and now you're preparing to start a family? Like, what's the drive?
Yeah, starting a family is a big thing. I'm that it has aided the consideration of starting this. I call it natural law, but I'm not the one who coined the term. But a lot of the conversations we had back then were based on
Kumongarization.
Yeah.
Misi chapi. We wacha kuchapa. Mbona mnachapa?
Conversation is radio friendly. But yeah, and it was a lot about commongarization and its relation to our ethics, our religion. And there was a lot of gripe people had when it came to identifying with Christian values, even though they are good values. But a lot of people have that problem with the dogma because it came on ships. So what I'm trying to do is to strip out the morality from the moral dogma, the religious dogma that it comes with, so that people have, because there's no, once you say Christianity is, you don't want to follow it because it came with colonizers. You're starting from scratch on building a moral framework for yourself, which is difficult. Christianity is already a good stepping stone to start from, but a lot of Africans have an issue with Christianity because of how it came. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to strip it from that dogma so that people can find a reason to be good just for the sake of it. Yeah.
No, that's some deep stuff over there. And how about the jiu-jitsu? You guys have been doing really, really well. You've had the tournaments lately at Combat Kenya at Voi.
Yeah, we've traveled to tournaments, and I've just stumbled onto this thing where I started it as a thing. I'm doing it for myself, but now I have students. I have people who are looking up to me, expecting some form of leadership into something else. So I've been taking some boys that we started training there to local competitions. The jiu-jitsu competitions that pop up every now and then in Mombasa, in Nairobi. So just exposing these boys to see what's out there, what's capable, what they are capable of with this skill. One guy we started with, he went to Riyadh, and he's now the head coach of a singular gym. It's a huge gym chain called Riyadh Combat Club. And now he's a head coach in one of the gyms there, and it all started from there in Combat Kenya.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I took a fighter. This is a guy who came from Nyeri to come to train with us in Voi, because there are not many places that train this skill, but now they're popping up. There are a couple now here in Nairobi, but this guy came all the way from Nyeri to come and train with us, and he had an MMA fight, and I ended up cornering him because he didn't have another trainer apart from me. So I'm just stumbled onto this thing,
and it's growing into its own animal.
Yeah.
So for someone who's listening, so what's jiu-jitsu about?
Well, jiu-jitsu is a grappling martial art. It's primarily based on chokes and joint
Kunyonga
submissions. Yeah, not in that way.
Ken Beda, si mimi nimesema.
Tunajua Mr. Komongarization himself.
Amesema chokes.
After hapo wewe jua tu ndani utadeal na yeye.
Sitaona onanga.
Me, I don't want any smoke.
Ma chokes hapo tao ya.
But literally that's how I tell people. That's what I tell people, like, because we do this every now and then. Some pop-ups where we go to the mashinani and put mats on the ground, and we tell people like
it's like a challenge.
Yeah, you tap us out, you get 10K.
I saw that, Maze. I was actually following the knee, and I was telling this guy at some point I don't think you even carried 10K going there.
I didn't.
This guy, I was saying, I'm like, this guy does not have 10K.
There's no 10K because the skill is so powerful that you can have that confidence that no one will be able to get that money. But that's how I sell it. Naambia watu hii ni kunyonga na kuvunja mikono na miguu yani.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of people, I guess they're seeing your size and they're like, me, you easy. So people are coming at you with like brute strength.
Yeah.
I remember me, because this guy invited me to Voi. So he told me, you guys come to Voi, we chill for a weekend, nini, do a podcast, nini. So I'm like, cool, this looks polite. So you guys didn't know Maze had to pay you guys. So I get there, you guys like, see, twende hapo kwa studio Maze, you guys we
Kwa gym.
So he hands me gloves, nini. So very quickly I realized that Renye's strength is not always the answer. So this guy was maneuvering in some very weird way. Mara kidogo, so he submitted me, you guys. There were two angles to
I
that.
saw you trying to use your brute strength.
You guys, you can't. So like a lot of people come with you, like they're like, umseni. Like, what's the science behind that, if I can ask? Like, why? Like, because me, I'm thinking if I'm strong enough, I can be able to beat you. Like, what does jiu-jitsu do to counter that?
So there's a lot of use of me capitalizing on the momentum you come with. So a lot of the techniques are based on reversing whatever force you give me to my advantage. So if you push me, I won't resist. I will go with it, but maybe add a foot to trip you. And before you know it, I'm on top of you and you don't know what to do. So a lot of jiu-jitsu it's designed to aid the smaller man to be able to have a foot over a bigger person. Although if you're in a position where there's a bigger person who knows jiu-jitsu and I'm a smaller guy, na kamkono juu, because strength does matter if you have the skill.
What are the origins?
Well, it's a Japanese martial art, but some Japanese guy in the 50s traveled to Brazil and taught it to some Brazilian guys who, when they learned this art, they decided to dedicate the line to this martial art, and they're called the Gracie family. It's a very famous family in combat sports.
Oh, okay.
And the Gracie name is known worldwide.
So what do you mean dedicate? They try to master the craft?
Not just master it. There were brothers, a couple of brothers, and they mastered it, and they decided to breed as many sons as possible, so that they can not only teach them, but use them to challenge other gyms in Brazil to see which is the superior martial art. Because back then it was no one knew what works. People thought you could come with this kung fu or whatever and
karate
and dominate. But
drunken master.
This is actually the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC, was started by that family, the Gracie family.
For real?
Yeah, by one of now the sons who was taught that, martial art.
Yeah, because there's someone who was asking, and Brazilian, what is the difference? So is there a difference?
Yeah, so these Brazilians, from practicing the martial art with between the brothers and the sons, they added so many more techniques that aided smaller people, because now the patriarch, who is known as I think his name is Helio Gracie, and he's known as the godfather of jiu-jitsu. He was a scrawny guy, a very thin, small person, and his brothers were bigger, so he had an incentive to find ways to dominate them, and so he coined many of these moves that we use to this day.
That's interesting, you guy. So like if you want to start out in trying to learn jiu-jitsu, like you're self-taught?
No, I don't think you can teach yourself this martial. You need someone to practice with, because it's a contact-based sport.
Okay.
Even if you had like a grappling dummy, like a mannequin, you still need feedback to know whether something is working or not. So you need another person.
Okay.
So the person who taught me, he came from a gym called Mombasa Sharks Jiu-Jitsu, and it was founded by some guy called Imran. And Imran is, I think, a brown belt at this point, which is a step below black belt.
Okay.
And he's one of the most skilled jiu-jitsu practitioners who are Kenyan.
All right.
At this point. And he started the gym in Mombasa, and with now the guy who taught me, who is the guy who went to Riyadh Combat Club. And I at first I went to Mombasa Jiu-Jitsu to try and learn from them, but the skill level in that class was so advanced that I opted for private lessons, and with the private lessons is how Combat Kenya started eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the skill level, like, guys were really good.
Yeah, extremely good. You know, the sport, because it's so foreign to, which is weird because animals naturally do it. Like bears, if
Cats
you see bears
also.
fights, bears fight, even cats, they naturally have some grappling skill, but humans, we don't for some reason. But I guess because animals play fight a lot when they are younger. Even lions, you see them play fighting a lot. Us, we don't do that. But that's where the skill comes from that play fighting, rough and tumble play. And so they, at Mombasa Jiu-Jitsu, they learned it off of YouTube videos. Just two people, and it grew. Now it's a huge team. They have over 30 students now. Yeah, so it's something animals have a natural instinct for, but it's because they practice it. They have that rough and tumble play constantly. But for some reason, humans, we see that as too violent. But it's actually the funnest thing I've ever done with my body.
How important is it to learn self-defense? Like, just forget even jiu-jitsu, like any form of just self-defense.
I mean, you tell me, did you like what I did to you when you came to visit?
No, I was taking it easy on you because I needed a place to sleep that night. I think this time I'll book a room and then fix you.
Show him what you got.
Because I was telling him, I'm like if you are unable to fight, if you're unable to protect yourself, that's actually quite dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have some sort of skill.
And also there's some subliminal weight that lack of skill has on you. You feel insecure, even though you might not even maybe be aware of it. But there is some insecurity involved with not knowing how to defend yourself, and it runs deep. That's why people who own guns but can't fight are trigger happy. Yeah. I think you shouldn't own a gun if you can't like fight or defend yourself. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And also the humility that comes from learning a self-defense skill like that, where you have to be submitted over and over again until you're adept enough to submit others. I think that's where true confidence comes from. You know, many men have this fake confidence of it's a lot of talk.
Yeah.
But real confidence is walking away when you know you can kill this person. Yeah. That's
how come it gives you that? How come guys who know how to fight are the ones who walk away from fights? Like, what's that mathematics?
I think because I remember the first time I got submitted by my coach, and it was an instant realization that this guy could have killed me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he literally, if I didn't tap, he would have killed me. So it's a very heavy realization on your psyche, and you do that over and over again. You gain respect for the art of getting someone to that point, and you don't take it for granted.
It humbles you.
Yeah.
And have you ever gotten to use the skill
Oftentimes.
out here?
Yeah. The last time I think I went to a funeral in Mombasa, and it was at the funeral. We were laying the casket down at Makupa graveyard, I think, if I'm not wrong, and there are a lot of heroin addicts who squat there, Mateja, and so I didn't know exactly where the gravesite was, but I was following these two ladies that I saw from the church, and they were walking ahead of me, and one of these strung out guys is like, "Yo, naomba blue, maze, naomba blue," and then the ladies instinctually came behind me, and now I'm left with this guy. So I'm just leading the way. I've seen a blue, so I try and avoid the guy, but he blocks my way like this, and it just out of reflex, I just did a simple judo throw where I tripped the guy as I pulled his shoulders toward me, and this guy just rolled into the bushes. I just had
and then you went on your way.
And the ladies, they wakakuja wakanikumbatia mikono, and they were like, "Yo, we are walking with you until we get to the grace."
Yo, man.
But, that's the last time.
Is that the day your chick said to marry you?
But
Jackie, he is the one. No, yeah, but that's some basic stuff, which is, I'm sure it looks easy from the outside, but it requires a lot of movements to master some of those things.
Yeah, I think both of you have experience. You've seen how that lack of knowledge in the skill feels. You feel like you're being unapepeto, like you're in caught in a wave
dimension.
So I definitely didn't like that feeling when I first felt it, and I was like, I need to get good at it. I remember committing, I have to tap my coach one day.
Oh, then have you ever?
Oh yeah. But he's so advanced from me, but I think he was going easy, and
wote alikuwa anahitaji place ya kulala. What belt are you?
I'm still a white belt, though.
Can you list the for the people listening? Where does it start?
So there's white, then blue, then purple, then brown, then black, then red.
There's red.
Yeah, red is like old guys.
There's black and then now there's red.
Yeah.
Red's only master.
Yeah, red is like
Sensei.
there are less than 10 reds in the world. Yeah.
Who are these guys?
Do they compete?
Yeah, but they compete with the other reds. They are old guys now, yani. But yani wewe umwezi yani.
Yeah.
Wewe kama mtu ambaye ajui jiu-jitsu, but maybe a young person who knows can tap them. But these are people who have been doing it for decades and they are well seasoned.
What does it take to like move rank from like white to?
Well, it's time and skill level. So me, the reason I'm still a white belt is because I haven't been. The coach who taught me is in Riyadh, so I need to wait for him akuja ndo ani rank.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's how it works. The one you started with is the one who ranks you.
Oh, okay.
So
but do you have a strong desire to go up, or are you just doing it for fitness and training?
to go up in what? In belts?
ranks, yeah.
I don't care about that.
Do you compete? Like professional?
I was training to compete until I blew out my knee. Then I realized my age. I'm in my 30s. The people competing are in their early 20s. Even the people I was training with are young guys. So, at some point you have to, as much as it was fun for me and I had this intensity, I was like, I need to test myself. I also needed to respect my lane. And I'm an old guy.
So what does it do also to your general self-discipline? Is it like, does it help with that?
Definitely. You can imagine being in the constant pressure of someone trying to choke you to death, and fighting that. You can extrapolate those life lessons into anything outside of the gym. So it makes you realize that any suffering that is not physical is just psychological. You might only just need to wait it out, focus on what you can control. So there are positions where someone can have you in a very uncomfortable situation, but he doesn't have a submission here. So there are many opportunities to learn to be comfortable in high pressure.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and the real life implications of that are immense. Everywhere, in everything.
Most of the guys I see who join the gym for various reasons. Sometimes it's not even joining the gym. Like there's a friend of mine who went on a weight loss journey. He was really huge, then he decided to lose that weight, and you could see after he started shedding, you could see him improving also in other aspects of his life. He got really disciplined. Till today, there are some things he didn't eat. He starts eating at a specific time. Even with your finances, maybe you get the discipline to be able to start saving and stuff like that. So as you're saying, I'm just agreeing with you. You can take that skill and extrapolate it across your life. And I think even you, from our initial interactions, I've seen you metamorph into a different dude.
Interesting. Me, I'm from inside looking out. So
also, I need a place to go in. No, but for real,
I think you'll get a queen bed.
You guy, Mazi. One last question. I think we have about a minute to answer this. How long can a novice get to be able to defend oneself from untrained nobodies?
3 months, I think. If you do it diligently for 3 months, at least 5 times a week. I think, just hour-long sessions 5 times a week, and you're being taught by someone who knows it. I think 3 months is enough to have a grasp of just the basics.
Oh, okay.
What are some of the places that someone can go in Nairobi, Voi?
So the gyms currently teaching. By the jiu-jitsu is the fastest growing martial art in the world right now, and also sport. And so the couple of gyms in Nairobi that you let me just list all of them in Kenya.
Let's do this, Ken, because I don't want you to hurry through that. Let's get into the top of the hour. Ken is going to answer Bashir's question. We hang out with Ken Beda. The guys who are listening to us on YouTube, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Daniel Masharia, my buddy who's been with me all the way from them days in Kitengela, nikiwa kwa nyumba ya mbwa. Anaitwa Daniel Masharia. He's saying RG to Kolok all the way from France. Shout out to you. to you, bro. Ken then also says, good to see Ken Beda back in Nairobi. Don't touch that dial. We hang out with Mr. Ken Beda, and we still have him for, at least for the second hour. We're discussing life, jiu-jitsu, comedy, and, moving to, the quiet towns.